Hey everybody, this is Joe. Hey, I'm up here in Sipapu, New Mexico, up northern New Mexico in the mountains. We got a wedding going on in our family and we're staying the weekend at these cabins. I brought a couple typewriters, among which is the Webster XL747 made by brother. I just got in some silk ribbons and I got a silk red-black ribbon in this machine today, so I'm going to be enjoying that. Well, we had a nice evening yesterday evening. Sat out and built a fire and stayed up till about 10 o'clock tending the fire, and it was a beautiful evening. Just on the verge of being frosty up here, but not yet quite frosty. Maybe another week or so, so just about the ideal temperature for cool mountain camping. Well, today's the big day here. My stepdaughter's getting married. There's a big huge party up here, a bunch of friends and relatives, and so maybe later on I might yet get a chance to do a little bit of typing. I did bring two typewriters. I brought the Webster XL747 and the newer to me Royal Mercury, and so we'll see if I get a chance to type. I might even set the typewriter, one of the typewriters, out for people to use. So it's going to be a fun day. Well, it's Sunday morning and it's about time for us to head back to Albuquerque, but we had a great time yesterday, Saturday, when we had the whole wedding. It was a huge event. There's a huge tent here, and probably 100 people at least. So it was kind of stressful in a lot of ways with the family, all the preparations, as you can well imagine, this kind of thing that happens. And I found myself finding solitude in the fact that I had typewriters. I had two typewriters, and I could sit on the back porch of the cabin and kind of just type my thoughts out, kind of a private journal kind of writing. And it really helped me to get my thoughts together about the transition that this marriage represents, and also just all the stress around everybody worried about whether things are going to come off correctly or not. I find traveling in general, I really like the idea of using typewriters, taking a small portable typewriter with you, and I think there's a real benefit to that. I really like the idea of journaling and just putting your notes and your thoughts down on paper. It's kind of therapeutic in a lot of ways, I think, and I certainly found that to be the case this weekend. It really was a great thing to have. Now, as far as the technical differences between the Royal Mercury and the brother Webster, in spite of all the work that I've done to the Webster typewriter, it still has a heavier touch than the Royal Mercury. Yeah, the Royal Mercury really is a great machine in terms of the feel of it, but I do like the new silk ribbon that I put on the brother. It does give it a darker imprint, which means that you don't actually have to hit the keys quite as hard to get the kind of imprint you want. And so I'll probably be doing a more formal video about this later on, but there is a difference between a silk ribbon and a nylon ribbon, and I do find that it improves the machine's usability, and I think it's probably worth the extra cost, but we'll get into that in another episode. But for now, this is Joe Van Cleve up in Sipapu, New Mexico, northern New Mexico. You guys have yourselves a great day.